2018 was a very good year for films. This year I tried to broaden my horizons and see things I wouldn't normally. As a result, I've seen more films at the cinema this year than any other. There are lots of sequels, reboots and old ideas, but I believe that 2018 was a better year than 2017. It was very tough to narrow this down to a top 10. Now remember, any movie that received a quick review is eligible, but not every high-rated movie gets in. My grades are based on how likely I am to see something again, not necessarily the quality. Before we count down the top 10, it's time to look at the lowest of the low. The nominations for Worst Film of 2018 are Walk Like a Panther, a Full Monty-esque film about British wrestling that doesn't have the heart or soul and nowhere near enough action. Tomb Raider, a poor reboot with an unlikable protagonist that, like the Mummy last year, tries to start a whole franchise on a bad movie. Sherlock Gnomes, a kids movie that phones it in. When a family of four don't laugh once, your comedy has failed. Also, Moriarty absolutely sucks. The Predator, mistitled, mishandled, and missed the point. Not as bad as AVP Requiem, but there are too many similarities to call this a good film. And the winner is... Sherlock Gnomes, and no, my Johnny Depp bias doesn't play a part in this. From the worst to the best now, 31 films were seen at the cinema in 2018, and though at least a couple of you will disagree, yes, you, here's my top 10 movies for the year. Number 10, The Greatest Showman. Despite its D rating, I will concede that The Greatest Showman is a very good film. There's a reason it's captivated people, and it's probably not for the historical accuracy. Catchy music, bright and colourful surroundings, and a feel-good factor may not be to my taste, but a place in my top 10 is recognition for a good film. Number 9, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Marvel had a busy year in 2018 and don't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon. Just after Infinity War, we needed a palate cleanser. Ant-Man and the Wasp is a less serious but still gripping comic book movie that makes you want more. Number 8, Creed 2. Though I think of this as a tribute to every Rocky movie so far, there's a reason there's so many of them. Creed 2 may not be as good as its predecessor, but long-time Rocky fans will enjoy this, even if it alienates non-Rocky viewers. Number 7, Black Panther. Black Panther has a really good villain, and that in itself gets high marks from me. Its story, natural arc, visuals, and mix of traditional and futuristic scenery make this a really good addition to the MCU. Long-term, vibranium may become an issue, but this film does what it sets out to do and does it well.
The one thing you hold most dear.
Number 6, Venom. While Spider-Man is noticeably absent, Venom is a brilliant standalone held up by an excellent Tom Hardy. The interactions between him and his symbiote are very funny, and the action is visually interesting and gripping. A better villain is needed and perhaps a more likable love interest, but the promise of more means we may get that very soon. Number 5, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is the one that goes against the grain. I love this film. It got me invested, it even made me cry at one point, and I really enjoyed seeing almost every character develop. The Indoraptor is a much better monster than the Indominus Rex, and although I disagree with another sequel to follow this, Fallen Kingdom as a follow-on from Jurassic World is fantastic. I may need to full review this one.
Tell me they got that in slow motion.
Number 4, Deadpool 2. Ryan Reynolds will not be in my number 1 slot for the third time this year. Deadpool 2 is funny, rude, crude, and destroys the fourth wall before pissing on the rubble. The thing is, aside from the end credit sequence, it's exactly what the first Deadpool did. Oh, and Peter, way too much emphasis on Peter. Number 3, Avengers Infinity War. 10 years of build-up led to part 1 of a climactic, deep and action-filled story with permanent deaths and, thanks to announcements of future MCU movies, not so permanent deaths. Thanos is one of the best villains Marvel Studios has showcased so far, and no one, despite the huge cast, seems surplus to the requirement. Bring on Endgame.
We shall fight on the landing ground.
Number 2, Darkest Hour.
In the field.
A film so good that it got me interested in the Second World War biographic film. Two types of film I normally avoid. Gary Oldman won an Oscar for playing the former Prime Minister, and it shows. He is outstanding, and the story based on true events is well worth a watch. Number 1, Bohemian Rhapsody. What else could it be? Controversy aside, Bohemian Rhapsody sees Rami Malek become Freddie Mercury as he joins Queen and through drugs, drink, and sexuality struggles to find himself before leading Queen to Live Aid. It's a brilliant biopic that doesn't disappoint fans of the man or the band. If you're on the fence about seeing this one, do it as soon as you can. And so 2018 ends all reviewed out. 2019 has quite a few Disney remakes and sequels on the horizon, as well as some other potentially interesting tidbits. If you're interested in hearing more about my opinion, please check out my quick reviews or my profile on Letterboxd, where you can find my ratings at a glance. For now though, thank you very much for watching.